Another fine performance, George?
Not this time.
Not this time?
Not this time.
Okay.
No, it's not one of their best performances. But no, the chanters weren't together at all there, and their drones were well out right from the beginning. Just not settled at all.
Okay, so disappointing then?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Okay. What about this next band that's coming up in Inverary District?
Well, this is
a band to watch out for?
This is one of the bands to watch out for. This band was in the juvenile grade about 3 years ago, and a lot of good young players and quite an exciting band to listen to.
Yeah,
I heard them last week
they're
again.
Not long into grade 1, isn't
that's
that right?
This is their second season, I think. And as I said, I heard them last week, and I thought they were excellent last week. The pipe corps, anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking for better things today.
Okay. Well, that's Robert Wiseman Derry's Vale of Atholl leaving the arena after their performance for today. This is the grade 1 arena that you're watching, and it's the grade 1 section of the European Pipe Band Championships. You can hear in the background still other grades going on, but the grade 1s are going on at the minute, and we have seen 4 bands. We had started off with St Lawrence O'Toole, they were followed by Cullibackie, then Boghall and Bathgate, Caledonia, and finally just finished the Robert Wiseman Derry's Vale. So coming up next are Inverary and District, and their pipe major is Stuart Liddell, and they will be wearing the ancient McCallum tartan. So George, tell me about the tartans. Is it significant in what they wear for the tartan? How do they choose what they wear?
I don't think there's any significance in the tartan that they're wearing, not that I know of anyway.
So it's a matter of choice.
I think it's just a
like.
matter of choice, yeah. Something that doesn't get,
dirty.
Less marks on it, something that's quite dull,
right. and easy to keep clean, basically, when they're out and about.
Yeah.
Or out and about, as the Ulster Scots would say.
That's it.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a lot of people out and about today, and a fine day to be out and about, isn't that right, David Scott, Branch Secretary from the RSPBNI? What do you think of all the performances so far in the Grade 1 this afternoon? Which ones did you like best?
Well, I have to be honest and say I was over at 4B for a long time there, watching my son play.
Okay, and what did you think over there then?
I think all bands are playing exceptionally well.
You're very diplomatic.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay, I think we should. Well, why don't you sit down here beside us and we'll have a wee chat. I was just saying there, this next band, Inverary and District, an up-and-coming young band, apparently. So someone told me earlier, a few people have said that they're the ones to watch. Do you know anything about them yourself?
I don't know an awful lot about the band, but you can see obviously how young people are coming through the system, and I think that's the important thing. It used to be like an older person's game, an older person's sport, and you've seen yourself already so far today. But there's a huge generational thing going on with all of this.
It's definitely a family thing
it's
too.
It's a family
isn't it?
event, and there's a huge interest, and the buzz out on the ground is amazing. I think that's one of the essential things to recognise.
Well, that's it. I mean, the excitement out there, you can feel it from up here. So it's just a wonderful atmosphere to be sitting watching. We have a bird's eye view up here on the balcony of everything that's going on, really. And I mean, there's just all ages of people out there, right from children in prams, babies in prams, to elderly people, and it's just a whole family atmosphere, and it's a good day out as well. So I mean, that's something to promote Belfast through as well, isn't it?
That's the big thing as well. And I think what we need to recognise here in Northern Ireland is that the best of the best come from here.
Yeah, well, we're biased, of course.
Of course, that's been a one-sided view.
Well, here's this next band coming up. This is Inverary and District with Stuart Liddell, pipe major. And as I said before, they're wearing the ancient McCallum tartan, and they're just approaching the line. And let's see if I can give the other bands a run for their money this afternoon.
set.